Hello, hello, and welcome to the weekly energy update for the week of September 7th, 2025. I'm Renee Spears, a spirit guide channeler and spiritual mentor, and I'm coming to you from beautiful Bozeman, Montana. Every Sunday, I share the energy for the week ahead, and I also infuse the show with some positive vibes, so you get a little positive energy boost just for listening. And the eclipses have finally arrived. Today's the day. We've been building up to this moment for months. And now the big, beautiful Blood Moon Lunar Eclipse is here. So lunar eclipses happen during a full moon, when the Earth lines up between the moon and the sun, and then the Earth casts a shadow on the moon, turning it a red color. So back in March, we got to see a total lunar eclipse here in the US. This time, though, it won't be visible for us, but it will be in Asia, Australia, Eastern Africa, and parts of Europe. But even though we can't see it, we'll definitely feel it. A total lunar eclipse is a very intense full moon. It's about 3 times more powerful than a regular full moon. And with it, we can expect some supercharged emotional and intense situations in our lives. While the blood moon seems like an ominous name, many cultures actually consider this to be a good omen. They're catalysts for transformation. And because they are full moons, they are all about endings and completions. And the blood coloring just adds some intensity and a little bit of spice. So eclipses are seen as fated events. They're cosmic reset buttons that shake things up. They can feel disruptive and bring hidden things to light, but their purpose is to align us with our soul's path. And this total lunar eclipse is happening in Pisces. Pisces is the very last sign of the zodiac. It represents the end before the beginning. Remember how last week we talked about September being a 9-month in a 9-year? That's all about wrapping things up and finishing the book we've been in. Well, this eclipse is like the period at the end of that entire 9-year story. We've officially reached the end of a karmic cycle, not just symbolically, but literally. Now, what makes this eclipse especially intense is Saturn is hanging out at 29 degrees of Pisces. That's the very last degree of the zodiac. It's like we're standing on this karmic edge, right at the doorway between realities. This is the exact moment when the old reality is gone and the new one isn't here yet. We're in this weird in-between space, half clarity, half fog, half structure, half surrender. We're not who we were, but we're not yet who we're becoming. So no wonder it feels so weird. So what does this actually mean for us? Well, old systems are breaking down, both personally and collectively. Old beliefs and old structures are falling apart. You might feel unsteady, disoriented, or like the ground beneath you is shifting, and that's exactly what's supposed to be happening. Right now, things might look a little distorted because we don't have the full picture yet. Some of us may feel irritable without really knowing why. Others may make big romantic declarations or have sudden realizations. And some of us may be just wandering around in a bit of a daze, like we're living in an alternate reality, because we are. Interestingly, we had partial lunar eclipses at almost the exact same degree of Pisces back in September 2006 and September 1998. So think back to what was going on in your life during the last few months of those years, because similar themes may be showing up again now, giving you some clues of how this lunar eclipse might affect you. The energy of this eclipse lasts for the next 2 weeks until the solar eclipse on the new moon. And this aligns perfectly with the numerology on Tuesday, which is September 9th, 9-9, in a 9 universal year. So once again, the number 9 in numerology is a number of completion. It's the end of a cycle before the beginning of 1 in 2026. So 9-9 in a 9 universal year creates this rare triple 9 portal of endings, spiritual awakenings, and soul alignment. And the fact that it's happening right in the middle of this eclipse energy makes it even more powerful. It's like fate is stepping in to line us up with our true path and help us release what we're done with. But here's the cool part. We also get to consciously choose what we want to let go of. Think of it as a once-in-a-lifetime reset button. We get to decide what doesn't get carried into the next chapter. We can leave things behind like scarcity thinking, unhealthy habits, toxic relationships, anxiety, or anything else that drags us down. The universe is giving us this window to clear it all out. This month is the start of a very transformational chapter. The astrology has been building toward this moment for years, and you can see it, like big shifts are happening in our country, around the world, and within ourselves. We can feel the stirring of massive change. And now it's our chance to prepare, to let go of the stuff that won't serve us in what's coming next. Because in this next chapter, we're going to need to stand in our full power with confidence, faith, strength, and most importantly, inner peace. When we have inner peace, we are fully in our power place. So if there ever was a perfect time for a release ritual, this is it. Even if you've never done one before, do one now. So today, Sunday through Tuesday, 9/9, is a super powerful time for this. And it can be something simple, like you can just write down what you're ready to let go of and leave behind, and then either burn the paper, you can bury the paper, or you can also rip the paper up into a bunch of little pieces and flush them down the toilet. Because we're in this in-between time when the old world and version of us is over, but the new world and version isn't here yet, it feels uncomfortable and maybe a little scary. But the good news is that this moon is in a sweet trine, which is a positive angle, with Jupiter. Jupiter is lovely. Jupiter brings joy and good, abundant energy and blessings. And Jupiter just moved into Cancer in June, where it loves to be. So we can expect everything that happens now to be positive. Yeah, it may be uncomfortable. It may take us a while to realize what the positive thing is about it. But keep in mind that eclipses put us exactly where we are meant to be. So, holy shit, people, I have never seen anything like this. I've been doing this podcast for 6 years now, and there have been a lot of very big astrological things happen in that time, but nothing like this. We'll look back in 10 years and there will be a before this time and an after. So knowing this, knowing how intense this time is, be easy on yourselves and others. Sleep more, make an extra effort to relax and go with the flow. And I talk all the time about the importance of a spiritual practice, and times like this are why. So do the things that keep you balanced and grounded. If you've fallen off your practice, get back on right now, today. We want to approach this month with trust and flow. The universe has our back. Trust it, and trust that all of this is leading us to something wonderful. And if you want to use this time to completely transform your life, my Fall Women's Wisdom Circle starts on Thursday. It's all about mastering inner peace. We'll be using the book, The Untethered Soul by Michael Singer, as our guide, but this isn't a book club. It's a sacred gathering of women who support each other through this huge transformation. So once again, it starts on Thursday, right smack in the middle of this transformative eclipse energy, and it lasts until December. It's only $333, and you can learn more and register at Abundology.com or the link in the show notes. I also released my Money Reset Toolkit this week. This is a fabulous thing to start now and leave scarcity behind with this eclipse. It has an instructional video and workbook, a guided meditation, and a money blitz exercise. It's only $37. So there is also a link in the show notes, or you can find the button to purchase on the first page of my website. I want and need some time by myself today to get my thoughts straight. So I'm going to go on a hike on Sourdough Trail, and then I'm doing a release ritual and just clearing the slate for what's coming next. As always, thank you for listening and passing the podcast on to a friend. Have a great week. Expect the unexpected, and I'll talk to you again on the other side.